that. God did not say that. Why? So that I could say that. Then I say Allah did not say that. So that my definition of Allah is wisdom, knowing the future, today and the past, knowing all beforehand. He will not know. We will come to this knowledge of knowing these things. So he will not allow himself to say such things. Or he would have even burned the book before even our generation come. You understand? There is a spiritual influence in Muhammad. He had certainly had some spiritual influence. Everybody does. And he wrote what he had to write at that time, whatever, for whatever reasons. I don't know the culture or how things were at that time. But if it is so, we answer, but not today. Allah is not speaking through anybody through this book. Because if we continue using the book and we keep that that's what it is, we will always get confused. We will not be able to blend the truth carefully. We will not be able to blend to come to the truth that we want to have. We will always find ourselves doubting and finding ways to interpret it again, and we keep interpreting. And we have to better the English too, which is written there, to translation, because the time how they spoke was different from how we speak now. The English and the words have improved. Even in the Arab world, they have improved in their own language tone as well. So that's what I think. And if we go to 81, is it such a message that ye would hold in light esteem? And have ye made it your livelihood that ye should declare it falsely? You've made it, take it upon yourself to declare it falsely? That's the question here. 83. Then why do ye not intervene when the soul of the dying man reaches the truth? When a man is dying, whether he's being cut in the throat or if you are declaring to be false, when somebody is put into that situation and he's dying, why don't you go and help? Or try to stand in the way? Because sometimes when people think of these tests and they take the life of other people, it's like a challenge. If you people think that what we are preaching is not from God, it's not from Allah. Allah gave us, decreed us to take this man's life, truth, for he is wrong and he is that. Come and challenge us, come and intervene. And you see what will happen to you. Such a test it does encourage people to, that is, give them confidence to continue taking life who they feel has blasphemed. Just like in the times of Roman. If you read, there's a film that they do recently from Hollywood, Goya's Ghost. The Goya's Ghost, Goya''S, Ghost, as in normal ghost, spelling, you look at that film. The same suggestion was made to another priest at that time, and whether it's a fiction story or not, but suggesting that time when the Romans were ruling at that time, and before the Napoleon War or something took over, and the France came in to help and take over the empire, and everything changed, and the man began to the church began to split and all that. Somehow one man had to kill or take a child from another family, claiming that they were worshipping a Jewish worship, because their ancestors were coming from Jewish areas, and it was wrong for them to go back and practice that Jewish thing. So they have to question the daughter if she really did that. They took the daughter in. The man took her daughter in himself, and in that Roman monastery, the gate, you knock, you send your child in, they lock the gate, and you are in there. It's a big place, just like you go to Rome. Today it's open, but before, if such a place is closed. And her daughter went in there. They asked. She says, no, she doesn't know, because the father even said that he is the only one who knows about this. His children doesn't even know they are coming from Jewish people. They are Jewish people. His children doesn't know that they are Jewish people. He has kept it from his children. So whatever made them new, nobody knows. Somebody has given a tip of somebody who hated the girl. The girl was extremely beautiful, and somebody just gave her away. And the girl's life became useless after that, because the Romans put him in that room. Whether it's a fiction, I don't know. Maybe it's just a story, or they got it from somewhere. But it shows that time when somebody's heresy, what happens, what they do to them. And the test was like they take a rope. They took a rope around her back like that, and the rope tie your two hands behind you, and they lift you up with your arm, the two arms up. And the shoulder bone will definitely, crack. it would definitely crack. You hear the crack of a bone. They lift somebody by his two arms, just through here, tie it behind, and lift the person up. It is very deadly painful. It gets into your brain. And that was the means to get the truth out of her if she is lying. Because she was saying that she didn't do it. And they didn't believe she did it, so they have to find out. So that's how they do to get the information. And so that our daughter was tested, but I think the family clearly said but she still denied and said, no, she didn't do that. Because she couldn't say she did it. But at some point, the man who was leading the group that had to take such punishment on people to find out the truth, he said, it was a Roman father at that time, he said that the daughter accepted the truth. And they said, how did she accept that truth? That's something that she doesn't know. So her father was worried. He said, no, my daughter don't know anything about a Jewish background. So how will she accept such a thing, or say the truth that she did, that she practiced the ritual? How will she do? So the father doubted. And in the same story, he challenged the priest, and others on the table sitting down eating together also challenged the whole thing. Said, no, we don't think it's right. So because if you test people in that manner, and you put them to pain, they can say yes only to stop, to get, to free themselves from the pain that you are putting them into. It does not necessarily mean that they are saying the truth. But the pastor says no. The father says no. If God is with you, you will definitely admit to the truth, because such a pain you can't deny. He says, are you sure? He says, yes. So the girl's father said, I'll put you to the test and see if you can hold on to yourself and your God being with you, if you will not, deny and, set yourself free from the pain because of that saying the truth of something that is completely a lie or false of you. And he says, yeah, my God will be with me. So it was like a joke. That's what the man thought, but it wasn't a joke. He wrote a note and stated that the father was a monkey. That Roman father was a monkey. And the father should sign to say that, yes, I am a monkey. And this man was struggling. And he says, no, that's not right. Why you want to disgrace me here? This is what we do to the kids to grow, Because the man was about to walk out. The man has sons, big sons, huge children. So the boys say, hey, don't let this man leave this house. It was an invitation. They quietly, nicely invited him to come into their house. Because he wanted, his daughter is never coming back. Why is the daughter not coming back? Nobody knows. So he had to find out why her daughter has been kept there. Not knowing this man is interested in the girl. The Roman father is interested in the girl, and he loved the girl, and that's why he was doing all that. But at the end of the day, the man had to prove to him that whatever he was doing was wrong. So they hold him and they let his guest that came along with him to go. They left him to go, and they said he will stay, held him in the house, held him in the same manner he did to the daughter of the what do you call it, the pastor, the Jewish man. They hung him the same way. They pulled him up the same way, and he was shouting. He couldn't take the pain. He was mourning, literally shouting. I mean, it's painful. That he refused to sign the paper. But after hanging him or pulling him by the hand, he ended up shouting and agreeing that he was signed. Because if he hadn't signed, his shoulder would have twisted straight ahead. It would have, and that's what they did to the girl. And he was let loose. And when he was let loose, he took the pen and he signed that he was a monkey. The man took the letter and said, I'm going to keep this until I have my daughter back. I'm going to keep it. I will not let anybody know. But when you bring my daughter to me, then if I'll leave, I'll burn it. But if you don't, I can wait this long. If you don't, I'm going to do what? Release this to the head of the Roman church or the head of the parliament, whatever. The man was rich, so he could go up the ladder and say, this is what you wrote. The king will know that you claim that you are a monkey. I'll humiliate you just like you've done to my daughter. You're a wicked man. And this time, this man and whatever they did, he can't bring the daughter back because he has put the girl in a situation where the church cannot release. They have accepted that is the way of testing people. So he can't go back his word and let the girl go. The girl was kept in prison. He tried to convince the Roman father to allow the girl, but